Carrie grew up in Snowville town, where hand-me-down dreams get handed down. Her daddy ran Chevy 69 to 72, kept them alive like they were brand new. Body man working at Harvey Chevrolet, trading barter just to make a way. They call him Buzzard far and wide, and little Buzzard stood by his side. He had a 69 he kept tucked away, said that's your truck, gonna be yours someday. But fate came rolling like a hard goodbye, and the dream got lost in a wrecked out ride. 2 weeks shy of 15 years, she lost her world through dust and tears. But in that hurt, she made a vow, I'll make you proud, I'll show you how. Took shop class down in high school hall, same teacher that taught her dad it all. Learned her lines and how to spray, kept his memory alive that way. Long days painting big rig steel, earning every dollar, learning the field. Every code and every line kept her daddy alive in time. Met a boy by the lake one night, under gas pump glow and a neon light. Years rolled on and love came through, and Robbie stood like her daddy used to. Met his folks and his daddy said, I worked with Buzzard back when we bled at Harvey Chevrolet, side by side. And he told her stories of those days with pride. That ain't just a truck, that's blood and name, that's fire born through loss and pain. That's a promise made that never died, rolling strong through a long hard ride. From busted steel to something tough, the 69 Chevy called Cream Puff. After they married, he told her straight, one day I'll build it, just you wait. But life came fast with kids and bills, and dreams got parked behind life's heels. Still he held that promise tight through every day and every night. Then one long run through rain and mud would bring that dream back through the flood. 12-hour haul through storm and rain, flooded roads in a world of pain. Found that truck barely hanging on, duct tape faith just to limp along. She broke down crying, said this ain't right, but they made a call that very night. The trailer don't leave empty today, so they hauled that broken dream away. Morning light told the truth out loud, the truck was rough, too far gone now. Robbie laughed through the rust and stuff, said man, she's nothing but a cream puff. That name stuck through tears and grime, rolled busted steel and borrowed time. And he said, I gotta roll, can't stay and hit the road to earn their way. He hauls hazmat, runs them miles, she works the arsenal through powder and trials. Parts showed up one piece at a time, before she knew it, that truck would shine. A CZ6 hard with power inside, 700 R4 pushing that ride. Riddler wheel sitting just right, vintage air keeping it cool inside. First time painting in 14 years, hands were shaking, fighting fears. But she laid that aqua green and white highlight, smooth and clean like a memory inside. Every pass of that paint gun line felt like her daddy right there in time. Buzzard's hands in every stroke, their little Buzzard, his legacy spoke. That ain't just a truck, that's a life rebuilt. That's love, hard work, and callous guilt. That's a father's name still riding on, and every mile since he's been gone. On the glove box door, Buzzard rides, a memory she keeps alive inside. From storm and rust to polished stuff, that 69 Chevy Cream Puff. Cream Puff. 2 years gone now, she shines so proud, trophies stacking, drawing crowds, offers roll in. But she won't budge, and the truck ain't for sale, not even a nudge. Sits in a shop that she calls her own, built from a dream her daddy had sown. Now Buzzard's dreams on the cover of C10 America magazine, right where it belongs, like it was always seen. And if you look close through that paint and buff, you'll see Buzzard riding in cream puff.
Hey, what's up, guys? Not Monday. Boom, boom. It's not Monday. It's Friday. Hey, what's up, guys? That was Buzzard, the famous song written by my buddy Jeff. We call him Roller out of Colorado. Excuse me, pardon me. If you love that song, you're gonna love every song that Roller writes. All the songs we play here on YouTube and over on Facebook, they're all the songs that Roller has wrote. And what's so cool is Cream Puff is gonna be on the front cover of the brand new issue number 9 of C10 America. So if you have not gotten signed up yet, you can do so over at the website, which is www.c10americamagazine.com. That's right, guys. For only $5, if you're a member, you guys sign up for a 1-year subscription. Or if you're not a member of the group, hey, hold the horses, no problem. You guys sign up for $10. $10, $5, it is still a smoking hot deal. Anyways, we want to thank each and every one of you guys and young gals that come over to the group. And I look at the numbers each and every day over on Facebook. And because let's be honest, guys, that's what I do each and every day. I get on here, I guess I don't know, call me a content creator or whatever, but I'm putting all this awesome content out for you guys. But hey, let's get into it. Today is Friday. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I got the shirt on. It's Casual Friday here in the awesome studio. Casual Friday is why the hat's on backwards. The little margarita shirt is on because hey, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll wait until that 5 o'clock whistle goes off. Anyways, guys, let's get into it, shall we? Hey guys, we turned over the weekend. I think it was on Sunday. We turned 82,000 members on Facebook, dude. Guys, that is crazy. That is outstanding. 82,000 members. I never thought we would hit 82,000 members, let alone be close, pardon me, the nose, let alone be close enough to reach our goal of, 100,000 members. And I remember back in the day when I first started, the group, it was December 9th, 2022. We were over at Dad's house on the back patio when I started the group on my cell phone. And, I started, the group from 0 members. And, think about it. Skipping, pardon me, I started the group from 0, and then I had Dad join, and my wife, girlfriend at the time, join, and it just so I had, a couple members, and dude, it grew from there. By the way, as it started just gaining, a couple of members, I had to say shout out to Andy Welch, Mr. Disorder. I gotta say shout out to him because he kind of took in he introduced C10 America to a couple of his followers, and he got a couple people on his page to like our page and join our page. So big shout out to Andy out there. And then also while I'm at it, big shout out to his best friend Sean Settles. Sean and his wife Diane, they have a truly awesome show. It's not just all C10s. It's all classic, trucks and all that. We go there sometimes and all that, but it's called Classic Truck National. You can find it online, Classic Truck Nationals, and it's usually down there in Gainesville, Texas, at Leonard Park, right down there. I'll get the exact, a date for you. It's coming back, and we might head down there. We didn't go last year because it rained. I called it, and I said I don't want to take my expensive camera gear out to a show and then get to the show and then have it rain, and then have my equipment get rained on. That wouldn't be a good deal because I don't feel like going out getting a new camera, and all that. So anyways, it is what it is. We couldn't make it out, last year, but we'll try and make it out, this year. If we go this year, we won't have a booth. Just being walking around talking to people, doing kind of like I do at C10s in the park now. I do a little thing called street walking, street talking, and I know since street walking, street talking is on the street and all that, and down there in Gainesville, I'd probably be doing a little park walking, park talking, right down there. See what I did there? Park walking, street walking. All right. Anyways, guys, we have 2 brand new YouTube shows that are coming to our channel right here on, YouTube. You're watching one of them. There's a Good Morning Guy. By the way, I did not say good morning to each and everybody across, the world. Hey, what's up, guys? We are recording for our podcast, C10 America Talks. I know you guys, you're out there. C10 America Talks is our worldwide, podcast. That's so cool. You say worldwide. Yep, worldwide. Because we have, people listening from Saudi Arabia, from Japan, from Sweden, from, the Netherlands. I mean, all these awesome countries. People are tuning in to, see what we're talking about. And by the way, if you're on C10 America Talks, podcast right now listening, I don't know where you guys are listening from right now, but, if I get in the software, I can find out where everybody is, from. I have that kind of world map, and it shows me from wherever you guys are listening, or wherever you guys have us tuned into. So that is pretty awesome. Anyways, hey guys, I want to give a big shout out. I had I won't give names, but I had a friend of ours who is a member in, the group over on Facebook, and he has my cell phone, and he gave me a ringy ding, yesterday, and give me a call. We're talking. I'm doing, mental print for him, and he called to see how that mental print's doing. I'm like, okay, fine. He's all, well, I didn't call just for that. And I'm like, all right. Well, what's up, sir? How you doing? And he said, now I'm bad with names. I'm gonna say it right there. I'm bad with names. But he said his first name, what I remember, is Robbie. Robbie. So we get talking, right? And he says, "Hey, Reg, you know, he's like, I think your numbers over in the group, 82,000. Pretty soon you'll be at 100,000. It's kind of going up. You're working your butt to the bone to make this happen. All that stuff." And I'm like, yes, sir, I am. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, start my day at 4:30. And I walked in the studio here at 4, I think 4:40 in, the morning. And fired up the old computer, fired up the P4, the PodTrack P4, what you guys out there on the podcast are listening to, right there. We fired that thing up. And yeah, I just walked in at, a little after, 40 minutes after, the 4 o'clock hour to, bring you guys all this, awesome, content stuff. And you know what? I just had a brain freeze. Oh my God. I was talking about something, then I was talking about something else, and then I totally forgot. But anyways, we have an awesome jam-packed, show for you guys. We have everybody from all over, listening. So wherever you guys are listening from, I want to welcome each and every one of you guys right here, because we know you have a choice when it comes to, watching, a YouTube page, YouTube channel. I think back in, the day when I was younger, they called them YouTube pages, but now the YouTube channel, because everybody is putting videos. Oh, I think I remember. Anyways, I was gonna say we have two shows. This is, the morning show, the morning wake up call. We do this every day, Monday through Friday, the morning wake up call. And it usually is, about half an hour, but right now, it'll go for an hour. So it's usually half an hour, unless we have a lot to talk about. And we do today. Today is, awesome. thank God it's Friday right here. So we have theme days over on Facebook. I think today's theme day for our video on YouTube will be TGIF Friday. Thank God it's Friday. So then I think we'll have maybe a roller write a song that says thank God it's Friday, and kind of kind of uh, kind of favorite kind of towards a Johnny Paycheck type song, but you know, like a give it give it that feeling of a Johnny Paycheck song, and call it TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, or you know something in that line. You know what? I should write that down so I do not forget it. Uh, TGIF song. Let me write it down here. Like Johnny John Page. What a name, huh? It's an awesome name. All the old, you know, country guys had awesome names. Remember, like, Waylon Jennings, you know, uh, Lefty Frizzell, Conway Twitty, you know. Where I really, really miss is he didn't have, a long enough life, but he definitely impacted, the country music, world is Daryl Singletary. Singletary had, an awesome, distinctive voice. When you heard Daryl sing, man, he was a dude. I think Daryl Singletary to me was right up there like Randy Travis. Remember when Randy Travis digging up bones? I can't even sing. But, remember, so on the other hand, these chart toppers that, Randy would, sing and just belt out like nothing, like no tomorrow. He wasn't even forcing, the issue. He would just sing and then it would just boom come right out. And Daryl Singletary was, that same way. And so it's almost like he had a little bit of Randy inside of, Daryl. I think probably Daryl would. This my own opinion. Don't take it and misconstrue it. But excuse me, pardon me. My own idea. I'm thinking, Daryl probably maybe one of the influencers in his life growing up. I'm thinking it had to be Randy Travis, because I mean he had that awesome voice, and he wasn't trying to really build anything out, like some people they try and sing, and they can't sing, but you don't want to say anything to them that hey you can't sing. But so you listen, and you hope to feel, or you hope that, later on you feel well enough to say, hey, that's an awesome song. You wait for the fact that, you're waiting for, that minute for it to get better, and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and it doesn't. But anyways, Randy, everything Randy has, I think I have like probably every album, every, CD that Randy, put out. I mean, awesome, dude. Awesome vocals. I mean, that is great. And then for, Randy to grab his voice again through his producer, through AI. And I don't know if you've seen that, but, AI helped bring his voice back. And they took all these hours, they wrote this software, and they took all these hours of all these tracks of Randy. It's Randy's voice. And they put into this AI software, and they just kept playing it, and putting it in there, teaching this AI software, hey, this is Randy's voice. Randy sings low, like that. And then now Randy can still, put out songs. It's Randy's voice, and the produce and songwriters and all that write awesome songs and all that. And then Randy checks him out with, his awesome, wife. And we gotta give thanks to, his wife, his caretaker. She's awesome. She's, a miracle worker. And thank God we have Randy still with us. Randy is one of, my personal honky tonk heroes. And what's so cool, I live here in Texas, and Randy and his wife, they live up in Denton, Texas. So not too far from where I'm at. So that would be, what would be a true honor for, my wife and myself, is getting to meet Randy and his wife. So Randy and your wife, if you're out there watching, we want to meet you. I don't care if we get a picture or whatever, but I want to just meet you. Man, you're my honky tonk hero. So, if you're out there listening, and, your wife's out there, your producer, that's awesome. And we just want to be able to come. And Randy, I want to give you a big hug, my man. You're my honky tonk hero. Ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper, I would be playing that little kid's guitar, even though I could not sing in the shower. I know some people sing in the shower. They sound good. I sound like a dead rat trying to sing in the shower, if you know what I mean. I can't sing. Dead rats don't sing. So, anyways, yeah, Randy, if you're out there going through YouTube and you come across this, I'll put Randy and your wife and producer and everybody as one of, the hashtags in, the description down below. Randy, I'll have my email address right down below in the description. It would be so cool to, get to meet you and your wife, just even if it was just 5 minutes, dude, sir, You're my honky tonk hero. I want to come up and just give you a hug and tell you I love you, man. I love you, man. And, you know, that's from my heart to you. And there's no bullshit about it. I totally, you know, I would listen to all your stuff, growing up. And, I remember going from California on a road trip. I was with mom and dad, where I was in the back seat of dad's, I think maybe 84, maybe 81 uh, Riviera. Remember the Riviera? They had like it was all white. It looked like a pit mobile, and it was all white, and it had like a cream color leather, top on it with little spiral things on the side with lights, on this. It looked like $1,000,000. It looked like you were somebody in that car. My dad was in outside sales, so he drove this car, a lot for outside sales. Even though he bought it for my mom, it was dad's car. Dad loved that car. That's why I think dad bought it for mom, because dad loved that car. So, anyways, if you're out there, just strumming across YouTube, and you come across, this video, I personally just want to tell you that you're one of my all-time favorite, country singers. You keep it real, and you keep your roots planted, and it is so awesome that you're still here, and you still get to make awesome music, and to just share like 5 minutes out of your time. That would be awesome. You would make a little kid's dream come true, a grown man's dream come true, dude. I would be like a kid in a candy store if I had the chance, to meet you, Randy. That would be, awesome. And then real quick, and then I'll get on with, my show. I know that this is, about C10 trucks, and, I go off on a tangent, but dude, guys, I love Randy Travis, bro. This guy, I love Daryl Singletary too. And skip me, I would be saying the same thing. Skip me, I would be saying, the same thing if, there are two people that I would have loved, to meet. And one of them, I can probably, maybe there might be a chance to meet Randy. But, the other would be Daryl Singletary. And, Daryl would take him too early from us, but he made a big impact on not only the country music genre, but, everybody. He came into my heart, and I think I still even have CDs of, Daryl. That is, dude, his music it's timeless, it's endless, and all that. So then, Randy, if you and your wife, you're out there watching, I'll put my email down below. Don't feel like you need to. You don't have to. But I just put the email there in case, you guys, you're thinking, maybe, giving me, 5 minutes. I live here in, Fort Worth, and baby, I love Texas. I love, Texas. pardon me, the nose. Anyways, folks, we're at 82,000 members. We turned 82,000 members on, what was it? It was Sunday. We turned, 82. That is us. We're well on our way to hitting, that 100,000 mark. We have two new shows. This is one of them. The other one is Tailgate Thoughts. And what that is, we're going to come out to your shops, your garages, your man caves. And you need to have two things. You need to have the passion, the love for C10 trucks. And number two, you need to have a working tailgate. Now, I know some guys might say, hey, I got a tailgate, up there on the wall, I'm not talking about that. It needs to be a working tailgate on a C10 that you can put, down, because we're going to take and put that down, and I'll get there early. I'll set all my lights up, my tripods, everything good to go. One man band, but, if I can, I'll bring, the wife out there to help set up, stuff and all that. And we need to put that tailgate down and sit on the tailgate. And, I'll give you the headphones with, the mic on it would be plugged into my old little recorder that is analog. And it kind of sounds like, your grandma's old telephone. Remember Granny's old telephone? It would ring and you pick it up, and it would sound a little echoey, a little like 80s, 70s or something. Well, pardon me, the nose. That's how that analog recorder sounds. And I thought it was, old, and it didn't sound that good. But you know what? I learned to enjoy it. I learned to love it. And, I want to bring something new or something old to our new, YouTube show. If that makes any sense. And so we'll do that. We'll have the old sounding interview, and I think it'll be a hit. We haven't started recording for that yet, but we will. We don't even have a date yet that, we'll come out with, the pilot episode, but we're going to be working on it. We can do it. We're going to be working on it, I tell you. And then let me tell you real quick, mark your calendar for October 3rd. This year, my buddy Scott is having his second annual White Buffalo car show. It'll be right down in Snyder, in the square right down there. So, anyways, you guys need to go. Then Scott is giving us our own block, our own little section, and I'm calling it, the C10 America Corral. I haven't got on Facebook yet to check everything out, but I will. Anyways, if you're out there, you want to be a member to, the group, go find us, C10 America, over on, Facebook, and just send us you can become a member, but if you want to post, like, share, all that, then we approve you, and then you're good to go. But what I was going to say is, if you want to be park inside of, C10 America Corral at the show, we only have room for 25 trucks right now, since it's, my buddy's show, not my show, it's his show. You can still come to the show, but only 25 trucks will be parked in, my area. My area, it'll only be, C10 trucks. Now you can park out of, C10 Corral, and you can park wherever you want there at the, car show. Uh, where they want you to park, inside, the car show. Uh, Within that, you can park wherever you want. But if you're looking at being a you know member of the C10 America Corral the day of October 3rd, you need to contact me. You can email me at texasrich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. That is Texas, all spelled out, rich at C10AmericaMagazine.com. Send me an email and send me all your information. The first 25 emails that I get, you're in. You're going to be, we're working on getting, some C10, Corral, C10 America Corral stickers made. And but to get your sticker to be officially in, C10 America Corral, this will be the first show that we have trucks in that is C10 America Corral at any car show. So get in. Remember, only 25 trucks. First come, first served. So if you're number 26, 27, I think we're taking up to 30 trucks for in case some people can't make it. Then we can contact a couple other runner up people and stuff. But 25 spots will take up to 30, just so we have a couple to fall back on. And anyways, guys, I've been putting these new thumbnails up right here in YouTube on the channel, over on Facebook. Let me know. Give me some feedback. I want to hear from you guys right down below. Are these YouTube thumbnails making you guys want to click on the videos, and all that? I know the videos right now are just somebody talking to you right here in the studio, but you know what, you gotta start somewhere, and we're laying the groundwork for what's to come. And what's to come, you're gonna be excited about it. We're gonna be throwing other content right up here on the channel for all you guys to watch, and all that. So anyways, we do have that worldwide podcast, C10 America Talks. If you're on the podcast, come over to YouTube, like and share our videos, and subscribe to our videos, or go over to Facebook. That's facebook.com, and look for C10 America. You can probably find C10 America under my name, Rich Arthur, over on Facebook. So that would be great. We would love to have you guys come over there. uh, Hold on one sec. We'd love to have you guys over at pardon me, on Facebook. And I didn't use the cop button. I have a button that cuts off, the mic when I cough, but I gotta do it again. Hold on. There we go. I used it. Excuse me. That time I gotta. Excuse me. I gotta make sure I use that. More times than not. Anyways, we're 37 minutes after the 5 o'clock hour, dude. It is finally Friday. It's TGIF. Friday. Thank God it is red day right here. On the channel. Uh, I want to say, let's see, we are a nationwide magazine. I still have people contact me, like every day, all hours of the day, dude. I even had people contact me at up until like 10 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'm trying to get out of the studio. And that's one thing about working for yourself and working all the time, because when you're not working or when you want to stop working and leave, you're always working. When you're working for yourself, you're working, all the time. But what's that saying? If you do something you love, you never work, a day in your life. And dude, to be honest, I love doing this. So I love doing this, and begin with, I did not really at the get go, at the beginning, I did not like doing lives. I did not like hearing my own voice, but uh, my dad told me, which is a great man, told me that what, even though you don't like doing it, keep doing it, because the more you do it, the better at it you get. Just like pretty much anything and everything in life, if you keep on doing something long enough, you're gonna get good at it. I don't know if I'm any good at talking to you. I'm just talking. But I know one thing definitely happened. One thing. And he said, your videos will get better over time, and you get more, confident, to talking to, your group, and, all that. And I don't know if they got better or whatever, but the only thing is, well, one of the things, is that I totally feel, comfortable with, talking to you guys. I could never talk to, the camera like I'm doing it right now, or I can look at, you guys here, on the screen, or, even talk about, the guys and gals listening over on the podcast C10 America Talks, where you can find it over on Spotify, Apple iTunes, or wherever. I don't have the voice like, come and do a theater near, that awesome voice the guys you know have for do movies and yada yada yada, all that. Maybe one day, but not today. Anyways, guys, we're almost to 100,000 members. That is smoking hot, man. We're at 82,000, almost 100,000. We're planning something huge, something big to hit that 100,000 mark. Uh, we'll tell you what it is the closer we get. So if we hit 100,000, than I think a lot of people out there might, know, and maybe some people might not know, but we're working on that. Let's see here. I put a post up 2 weeks ago, maybe week and a half ago. It was 96.4 thousand views. I was looking for 20 trucks for issue number 9, right? I get 3 trucks back, 3 people back, and I don't know if they're on vacation, if they weren't, looking, they didn't want to be in the magazine, what have you. So I took and with that, I got 96.4 thousand views, but I got 635 submissions of C10 trucks, but I only got 3 people that contacted me back. I picked all the trucks I wanted for issue 9, but only 3 people came back, right? So I took and I followed up, a month later, a couple weeks later, and I put a post up, and that post got 114, thousand, views, and it got 400, submissions, and I'm like, dude, what did I do? I went from 96.4 to 114. I didn't change anything. I did the same thing. Thumbnail, put it up. And what I can only, only imagine is as we grow and get larger, we're getting more people that are viewing, all the thumbnails we put up, and that is, so cool. We did that from organic, views. We did not pay for the views. They're purely organic. That is, awesome. Anyways, if I can, I want to give you the truck show rundown for today, Friday, March 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. Friday, where's Jason when you need him? Just saying. Anyways, Friday the 13th, we're at 45 after the 5 o'clock hour right here in, the studio where all the magic happens, guys. Right here. Anyways, the truck show rundown, give you a couple, save the dates. You want to write them down, remember them. Hey, these, I'll tell you, the shows will have a booth out, and others we won't have a booth at. The White Buffalo Wheels car show, it'll be rolling into town again this year on October 3rd, this year, 2026. Yes, we will have a booth there because we'll have, the C10 America, Corral right there. The Rat Pack car show down there in awesome Gale, Texas, where, dude, there is nothing other but the Coyote store. The Rat Pack show is right down there in Gale. It's the 6th annual show. The entry fee is $25 per car, per truck, with all the proceeds going to the veterans of the Texas South Plains Honor Flight. The Texas South Plains Honor Flight, all the proceeds, go there. And it'll be held at, the Coyote store right down there in Gale. So if you're in Gale, you're in Gale. That's awesome. The Coyote store is right there. You don't have too far to go. You can probably even walk there. But if you're in surrounding cities, like maybe Lukenbach, over there somewhere, or Lubbock, or wherever, Sweetwater, stuff like that. Well, you need to make it down to Gale, Texas, on May 16th. This year in 2026, we'll have a booth down there. Then on May 8th and May 9th, we'll be up at the Texas Speedway, Texas Motor Speedway, for C10 Nationals. Now, we'll be on foot there. We'll be walking around, getting content with the mic, all that stuff. And let's see here. Then C10 Slowdown, which is out there in California, that'll be rolling in on July 25th, 2026. So you want to head out to that if you live or reside in California. Then C10's in the park at that group that I can't even pronounce, the park. I won't even try because I can't do it. I just can't. I can't pronounce that. I can't get that enunciation, right. I can't do that. Anyways, that'll be held by my buddy Terry Hill. Terry Hill puts on, this awesome show, all his volunteers, everybody. It'll be September 19th, this year, 2026, right out there in Waxahachie. I'll get you links for all these, and I'll put them in, the, description, right down here so you guys can check them out. Anyways, I want to say a big shout out to Triple F Automotive. They're known to be a full service shop and showroom specializing in classic car, classic truck restorations. With over 70 years experience. Let me say it again. Did you not hear me? Pardon me. 70 years total experience. These guys freaking know what they're doing. Anyways, they're located at 2760 Golden Triangle Boulevard, Fort Worth, Texas 76177. Hey, that's my zip code. 76177. Pardon me, the nose. Their phone number is 817-750-1040. 817-750-1040. That's my buddy, your buddy. You gotta love him. We love him. Doug Berry over there, world famous Doug Berry over there at Triple F, Automotive. These cats over here are, awesome at what they do, guys. And Doug and Triple F have been there around since we started, the old Rod and Truck magazine. And we came out every 2 months with the issue. And Doug was right there to advertise every 2 months. So that was, awesome. Anyways, guys, pardon me. Over on, the YouTube page, we started, the Hot Wheel giveaway. Again, we've only had one winner so far. you need to go over to the website. That is www.c10americamagazine.com, www.c10americamagazine.com. And I'll tell you how you win that Hot Wheel. You go, who does not love Hot Wheels? I do. And I'm like a 53-year-old big kid, so I love them. Still. Dude, I still go to Walmart. When I walk out with the brand new. Don't tell the wife. And anyway, did I tell you it's Friday the 13th? Friday the 13th. Anyways, dude, guys, we have put together an awesome sticker pack for y'all. These are 6, awesome decals right here. We took and we put these together. Even one from the old magazine right, here. So these sticker packs, they're only $10 over at the website. We have a limited supply on them. We still need to get a new sticker vendor because we keep on getting big and big and big. So I want to still, be able to send decals out and all that. We're at 54 minutes after the 5 o'clock hour right here. So we're gonna get out of here probably about 6 o'clock on this awesome Friday. So anyways, head over to www.c10americamagazine.com. And before I go, guys, I want to address, yes, the elephant in the room, the book back there. I'm writing a book, my first ever book. So it got to be good. I got to write it good. I can't have any errors, nothing. So that right there is, the awesome book. I might do a follow-up, maybe after, this one, depending how good, this one does. But anyways, that's, it's a mock-up. This is my wife's, book, but I'm trying to figure out, where the cover goes. Evidently, you see, I did not do a good job measuring the cover because I have white all the way around it. But we took a page from the old signs in Las Vegas. Remember the old marquee signs? They had the little light bulbs in them, like Bailey's Casino or Bally's Casino down there in Old Town, the old part of Vegas down there. Well, anyways, I wanted kind of that for the name, The Grind. So that's what we did right here, The Grind. And then we have the fuse. And I wanted a spark because the spark is what ignited and just blew everything up for C10 America. So I take you back to a time when we were laying the groundwork for C10 America, which was the old magazine, and take you a little through that, and then through C10 America. But it's this the spark, the fear, the doubt, and the challenge. And then my name here, Texas Ridge, the story behind C10 America. And I have to give a big shout out to my AI program. I told it everything to design for the cover, and I use my AI software as a tool, as somebody might use Photoshop or Canva, or I use Affinity software. I don't use any Adobe products anymore. Why? Because to me they're too high priced, and you can get Affinity. What I use for free is Canva bought it like a year ago, and they made it free to everybody. And I know it's crazy, huh? You can go to affinity.com or affinityphoto.com, and you can download it for free, and they send you updates and all that. And I think what they're doing is they're giving you that for free, but the updates are free. But if you want like other add-ons, you gotta pay for the add-on, and they want you to join a subscription for the add-ons, not for the software. You can use the software, but if you need the add-ons, then they want to charge you for the add-ons. So I think that's awesome. I have the old software, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and Affinity Publisher. I use Affinity Photo for the photos. What's so cool is you can open Photoshop files in Affinity. You don't need Photoshop. And, I swear by Affinity. I've been using Affinity for 3 years, and I love it. If you're thinking about using Affinity and getting away from, Adobe, saving you guys some money, then, contact me right here, and I will send you, the link so you guys can get, Affinity for free. And you can get it for free yourself. Just go to affinityphoto.com. But you know what? I'll put a link in the description that will be Affinity Photo right down there. And then all you have to do is, when you're watching this, you can click on it and you can go over there and get it. Anyways, guys, we are 6 o'clock straight up. We love you guys. We're going to take and get out of here. We'll see you back here on, Monday. And same C10 time, same C10 channel. And we'll talk to you guys on Monday. Have a great day. Stay blessed. And thank God it's Friday. TGIF, buddies. And we love you. We'll see you guys soon.
I started with a frame, just a pile of steel, rust on my hands, but a vision that's real. Long nights in the shop, sparks lighting the air. Every bolt I tighten says I'm halfway there, knowing that my vision is starting to appear, in hopes that I make the cover of C10 America magazine. I'm building my C10 dream. The chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. A fresh coat of paint, that green candy apple glow. 20-inch wheels hitting every truck show. Crowd gathers round, cameras start to click. This ain't just a truck, it's my C10 America magazine dream. I'm building my C10 dream, a chrome shining under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, my C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. From swamp meets to highways, every mile I roll, this C10 Chevy tells my story, every dent, every goal. I hope and I pray the editors are watching one day and put me on the cover of C10 America magazine. And they will realize this truck's more than metal to me. It's my C10 dream. I'm building my C10 dream, a chrome shines under the lights. Do I lay it low or lift it high? Man, this C10 dream feels so right. From the garage to the show, rolling proud and clean, in hopes that one day I'll make the cover of C10 America magazine. So here's to the builders, the grinders, the crews, to every C10 dreamer with a vision so true. I hope and I pray that maybe someday my truck will be on the cover of C10 America magazine. But until that day, my truck's gonna gleam. I will keep wrenching and chasing my C10 America magazine dream.
Have a great day, everybody out there. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. Love you. God bless you.